Hi, this is News 14 Carolina meteorologist Matthew East cutting a quick weekend edition of the Carolina weather video here. Still out of town. I'll be back in the regular routine on Tuesday morning, but I wanted to cut a quick video here. Of course, the cold air ongoing, and not only that, but the potential for some snow in the offing. We'll be getting into that. First of all, these are high temperatures today. Forecast high temperatures for Sunday, and of course you're looking at bitterly cold air in a lot of places, from the plains through the Great Lakes down through the southeastern part of the country. In relation to average, there you go. You're looking at highs in parts of the plains, 20 degrees plus below average. Parts of the Ohio Valley, 20 degrees plus below average. Through much of the deep south and the Carolinas, highs 15 degrees or more below the average. And then these are forecast low temperatures tonight for Monday morning, and that's just brutal stuff. You're looking at actual low temperatures 20 degrees plus below zero in northern parts of Minnesota, a lot of single digits in the plains and the western Great Lakes, and then we're looking at a lot of teens from the deep south and on up through the Carolinas. Got some kids around here in the background, so you might be some background noise, but that's okay. All right, let's go to some of the modeling here, and this is the GFS, valid 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, this afternoon. Just a big, sprawling Arctic area of high pressure, centered actually well up to the north in parts of the northern plains states, but it's just a sprawling Arctic high that's affecting much of the central and the eastern part of the United States. Not much change tomorrow. This is Monday, 1 in the afternoon. Arctic high still in the northern plains, a lot of very cold, very dry air. We're talking 30s for highs across our region again on Monday, and really most days for the next several are going to be in the 30s for highs. This is a look at Tuesday. Again, just fresh discharge of Arctic air, keeping things very, very chilly for Tuesday. We go out to Wednesday, more of the same. But notice, here comes our next system, diving down out of the Pacific Northwest into the Rockies. There it is, 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. We go out to the next day. This is 1 p.m. on Thursday, and there you go. Area of low pressure developing. Again, this is the GFS, developing down in the Gulf of Mexico, and all this, say, from Arkansas up through Missouri, toward Illinois, all that is snow. From there, let's go 12 hours later, that snow is pushed across North Mississippi, North Alabama, and spreading down into Georgia and the Carolinas as well. Actually, we go back to one more frame here. Everything on this frame you see here from Jackson, Mississippi to Birmingham, Alabama points north. That's all being indicated roughly as snow. Then you go out to the next frame and you're looking at maybe central Georgia. Columbia points northward, everything is snow. And then the system begins to crank along the Carolina coast, and snow still flying in much of the Carolinas down actually up into Virginia, and points back some flurries in the Ohio Valley at that point in time. And then the system begins to pull away as we get into Friday afternoon. Now, is there agreement amongst the modeling? This is the European, the UK Met model here, and what you're looking at is for features, and the general ideas here are the same. Here on Friday 0Z, this will be Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Low pressure in the Gulf, 500 millibar low in the Midwest. Let's go to the European model. This is just 500 millibars, but you have the same deal, 500 millibar low in the Midwest. And this is the European ensemble, very much the same. This is the GFS placement of that. It's a little farther south than the European, and it has it over Missouri. The GFS ensemble, general agreement overall there. And finally, the Canadian, 500 millibar low in northern parts of Missouri, southern parts of Iowa. In relation to the ensembles, general agreement, although the ensemble's not as deep with it. And let me take you through the Canadian real quick, how this unfolds. This is just a surface precip here, and you're looking at the precip moving through the Tennessee Valley, Ohio Valley. This is valid at 7 p.m. Thursday. You go out to 1 a.m. Friday. The precip continues advancing eastward through the Carolinas and North Georgia, and eventually everything shuts down by Friday afternoon. And here's what the GFS puts down for snow accumulations. This is, again, 7 p.m. Thursday. You're looking at snow on the ground, parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, up into Tennessee. And then that snow by Friday night, Thursday night rather than Friday morning, spreads into the Carolinas. And so the potential is there for a snow event from this. How much snow? Tough to tell. It all depends on the exact track of that low, but the potential's there for at least a few inches of snow in a lot of places along and north of I-20. So we'll see how all this plays out. And after that, now here's one more chart for you. On the left, the European model, the GFS model on the right. This is the average of day 8 to 10, the upper air pattern, 500 millibars, and The same general features are still in place to keep a lot of cold air in place. Huge western North America ridge on both models, lots of troughing and cold air in the eastern part of the country, blocking in Canada on both, and it just looks like a continued cold pattern at least through mid-January. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Next edition of the video should be online Tuesday morning. Have a great weekend, and God bless.